You want to know why like 90% of producers stay broke? I don't know if it's exactly 90. It could be more. It could be less. But I'll say the majority of producers who make music um, don't get a chance to make significant income from their music. And I think, this is my theory, I think it's because most producers never cross over from that creative mind into the business and marketing mind. It just kind of stays stuck in like creator land, and everything else just kind of falls by the wayside. But I think the key to any successful business, and we can define business from a producer's perspective as in making music and then selling it to someone, and that someone can vary. It could be a company, it can be an individual, whatever, but it's selling that, and you offer your music in exchange for money. I think the main thing you have to keep in mind if you actually want to make money from your music is, why do businesses exist? Like I'm parked right in front of this Pet Sweets Stay and Play. So I mean, just from the title, it sounds like some type of pet boarding business or something like that. Now, if I look at this business, I know instantly what problem they're solving. It's not cool to just leave your pet for days without food, without fresh water, without supervision. Probably not a good idea, right? And people still like to travel. They like to take trips. They like to, go out of town, whatever it is. But they also love their pets, and they want to make sure their pets are looked after and taken care of while they're gone. They may want to go on vacation, go out of the country. Well, it's not super convenient to take the pet with you out of the country, let alone travel, especially if you got a big dog. Smaller dogs are a little bit easier, but yeah, it's just not convenient. So Pet Suites, they're solving a problem for people who want to travel but still have their pets taken care of. There's a funeral home over here. Like, obviously, we know what problem they're solving. So every business that you see is solving a problem for someone or some group of people. Your music is no different. If you want to get into the business of selling your music or licensing your music, you have to solve a problem. And I think a lot of producers don't approach it with that mindset. We just we love the process of creating. We love to think of an idea and then create that idea and then finish that idea and then listen to that idea once it's done. That's exciting. That's that's the fun part of the process. But the real work comes in once that's done, and you have to figure out a way to get that work in front of the people you want to sell it to. And usually that requires some form of marketing or promotion or whatever, depending on what you're trying to do. Now, most producers don't really like marketing or like learning how to market and ads and like, how do I find artists, how do I attract people? Because you gotta attract people, or you gotta go to where people are who actually want your music. You're trying to sell to artists, like, creating a beat store and then just like not doing anything, you probably won't see a lot of success unless you start driving traffic to that beat store. So there's like a whole nother field that you kind of have to learn in order to start to monetize this on a consistent basis. Now, That's a challenge for a lot of producers. I mean, shoot, learning how to mix is like enough of a challenge. Learning how to produce is enough of a challenge, right? So what if you're a producer where you're just like, yo, I really just want to focus on creating. I really don't want to like nerd out on marketing and business and promotion and all of that stuff. I just want to make the music and just be able to send it to somebody and still make money. Well, luckily there's also this lane, and it's more so in the TV and film industry side of things, not necessarily like music industry. But it's this lane called sync licensing, where you create your music, you find publishers that you can send that music to. Sometimes it can be sync agents, sometimes it can be music supervisors. I've done it all three ways. And you create the music, you send it to them, and they send it to their clients who have a problem. So the dynamics of it is the same in regards to you're providing a solution to a problem, right? Except the problem is with a company or a brand, right? Or a TV network. Like, they need a lot of music to go underneath these scenes, underneath or to sync to picture. And usually they don't make music. They make videos and film and shows and things like that. So they need music. So we're able to position ourselves to still provide a solution to a problem without having to learn a bunch of marketing. You don't have to be online. You don't have to have a strong social media presence to be able to create music for TV and film. Now, if you're an artist, then yeah, that could work to your advantage, right? Having some presence, having music online, that can be just a win-win. And that can be a bigger part of, or I guess a smaller part of your larger marketing and promotion plan as an artist. Just me as a producer, I'm not an artist or anything, but me as a producer, I've seen an increase in streams on music that's been released, instrumentals that's been released, just from it being on an episode of, I think it was Love Island or something like that. And then instantly, like that same week, seeing like a 200% increase in streams. So I can only imagine if you're an artist and you're making sync licensing a part of your overall marketing and promotion strategy, I can only imagine what that looks like going hard. You know what I'm saying? But I like sync because you don't have to just dive deep into marketing and promotion, because really the process is, a lot of the things that are happening, it's happening behind the scenes. Like, most of the work is just presenting your music to publishers in the right way, and producing the music in the right way that solves a problem for the editors that are syncing the music to picture, and then presenting that music in a way to where you're not being obnoxious or anything like that. But as far as like building a big social media following, and I don't know, taking meetings with artists and all the networking, like you don't really have to do any of that, which is the cool thing about sync licensing. So if you're the type of producer and you're just like, yo, I don't really want to get into all of the marketing stuff, I just want to make the music, send it off, and then have it licensed over and over and over again. Anytime a show re-airs, I get royalties over and over and over again. And then I just want to keep it moving and just focus more so on being a creator, and then letting the publisher do what they do. Let the publisher worry about marketing themselves as a publisher. Let the publisher worry about building and maintaining the relationship with all of these networks and supervisors and things like that. Let the publisher worry about a lot of the admin work that goes with song registration and royalty collection worldwide, and dealing with sub publishers to be able to collect your royalties worldwide, all of these other admin things that have to take place behind the scenes, you don't really have to worry about when you build the right partnerships. You just have to know which companies to look for, and I show you exactly how to find the specific companies that I like to work with when it comes to get my music placed in TV on networks like NBC, CBS, Fox Sports, MTV, BET, TNT, all of these networks, Netflix, all of them. So all of that is in my free guide, Sync Producer Quick Start Guide. Click the link in the description. I'll also pin it in the comments. Download that, follow the steps, and yeah, if you're the type of producer where you're just like, yo, I don't want to deal with marketing, then Sync Licensing may be a good option for you. Hopefully that's helpful. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.